Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Steven, and today I'll be talking about some of the reasons why I still collect CDs, why you should have them. Hopefully, they stay around a little bit longer. I know with the streaming services, it's becoming an endangered species, but we keep hearing a little bit of this bounce back, and I hope it continues, and I hope they stay around for years to come. The CDs were released, I think, in Canada around 1983. It was a product developed by Sony and Philips. It was a way to listen to music and store music, to replace vinyls and cassettes. A lot of people had started to complain that cassettes break very easily. Vinyl records, they skip. They're quite large. A lot of people were complaining. I remember when I got married, my wife kind of said, "You have a lot of vinyl, it's taking up a lot of space. We need to make it smaller." So I said, "Okay, well then we have to make it compact. So I will buy compact discs, and that's how my love affair started. I started listening to them and said, good sound quality. The audio is really great. And to this day, I still think it can go toe to toe for any streaming service. And most of the time, I think I will prefer the sound of the CD more than, let's say, Spotify or whoever. Um, Artwork. A lot of times we look on Spotify or whatever, it's just a simple picture of the artist. You don't get the albums. And this is like people worked on this back in the day to create this for you. It's, what this product was, what this artist stood for. And I think it's a lost art. Buy CDs for the artists themselves because I think with streaming services, they get maybe a penny a song. So not a lot of money there. And I know some people are going to say, well, they're rich rock stars. What do they need my money? Yeah, you too. Stones, McCartney. They don't really need your money anymore. But guys who are starting out, who can't afford a world tour, will use this to generate the money to go on a tour or create more music. So I think it's important that we support the artist, especially if it's an artist you love. I'm not saying you have to buy the whole collection, but buy one disc or two and have it if you have a CD player. A lot of people don't have a CD player anymore. Also, what I used to have, I know on streaming services there's playlists, and everybody creates their playlist, and you have all your favorite songs. But back in the day, we used to have mixtapes. Then you had mix CDRs, recordable. This one looks like a vinyl record. I used to make playlists, when I used to go on a road trip, with the family. We used to have some of our favorite songs, do that. Some of my songs for, at the time, someone I was seeing, I would make love songs for them and dedication to them. And I think instead of going onto a streaming service and making a list, that you hand them something, I think has a lot more value than just say, go here, click on that. I think that if someone says, I created this play, I put these songs in a specific order for you to say something. And I think that's magical. And I think that's a lost art too. And I think a lot of people are missing out. And I think going to also to record stores, seeing all the records, the vinyl lined up, the smell of it. Sometimes it smells a little older. That nostalgia factor. Last but not least, about a CD. A lot of times, if I'm going to one and I go, "Oh my God, I haven't heard that in a while," and I take it and I put it on, I'm transported sometimes to the day I first bought it. And I remember many times sitting in my room, headphones on, kneeling on the floor, and just listening to every word, every lyric, and trying to memorize it, and looking at the words. Who was the producer? Who was the engineer? It was not just something to listen to. It was something to immerse yourself in. And I think CDs are still a viable thing to have, and I love them. I hope they stay around. And I hope you buy one once in a while and support the artists, because it's not just the artists themselves, it's the producer, the writers, the artists that draw it, the guys that print it up. They all get paid by this thing. And now that we don't buy them anymore, these guys are losing their jobs. So it's something to think about. And I think the CDs, like I said, the audio quality, if they're done well, it sounds spectacular. I mean, just go listen to the Beatles remasters and the Queen remasters. It's breathes new life into these songs. And yes, I understand the warmth of vinyl, and I will never dispute it. but sometimes it skips. CDs are a lot more durable, and sometimes their run times are longer than a vinyl. But that's me. I love CDs. I love the physical medium. You let me know what you think. Do you have any CDs? You still buy them? You look around for them? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. This is Steven from the Roundtable with Why You Should Have CDs.